What's up, everybody?
It is.
Hey, Jerry.
There's Jerry.
There's Jerry Holly. I done a little magic while we were doing the intro and swooped out there and pulled Jerry Holly in the house. So let's get over here and see who all we got in here. Let me get the second monitor up and going. There and pulled Jerry Holly in the house. Somebody, let's get over here.
Oh, Keely, you're here. Hi, honey.
So got 20 people in the house already. So Keely, is that somebody you know?
Yep. She and I met. I don't know if you guys know Gone Boondocking, David.
I've heard the name. Yep.
Yeah. So she and I met over there. I don't know, ages ago. So it's really cool to see her here.
Good deal. Let me get over here and see who was first in the house. Looks like Bob's Adventure, Aaron Jimison, RV reviewed by the Air Force guy, Jerry Holly, Nettie, Avenger RV Adventure, the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla. Yeah, we got an echo. I don't know who that is. But anyway, Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla, KNR Destinations, Shanna Kraus,
Shane Banana.
Yet to be RV and it's here. New Horizons is in the house. Barefoot RV Life is here. Nursing Our Travel Bug is in the house. Oh, and it skipped all the way up. There's Grassroots Living. James Catney, Key Lee, Meemaw Matters. Whoa, Nelly RV Adventure, Brianna, Rayleigh, Ford Van, Weekend RVing, Boone, Wheels, Water, and Wonder. And I think that pretty much got everybody. We got 24 in the house, and we're just getting started. Good deal. Good deal. So we got Miss Nettie, Miss Felix, Miss, is it Jeanette? Did I get that right?
So my first name's Gypsy. It's Gypsy Jeanette.
So what do you like for us to call you?
Whatever you want.
Reminds me of a song by Fleetwood Macs. Anyway. And
JJ.
Jerry Holly is in the house. So we got the late night crew with the Gypsy. How about that?
Yeah.
That works.
I like Gypsy. Yeah.
So anyway, so everybody had a good day.
I'm having a better day now that I'm off of work.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I sat in one meeting today for 4 hours with only 2 cups of coffee in me before I went. Well, one before I went, one during.
That's about 3 hours and 59 minutes too long.
Yep. I left that meeting and went to another meeting. But it wasn't that long, about 20 minutes. It was a more personal. Me and another driver friend of mine had to go meet with our boss and about some stuff. We love our boss. So it was one of those easy, just had to meet up and get some information.
The mugs.
Check out those awesome mugs.
Oh, a little bit jelly right here. Gotta say.
Well,
Jerry, you. Oh, you can't drink out of
it. So it might make the coffee taste funny is all I can say. So everybody, we got artists on the road. Have you ever been on a live stream before and been interviewed?
Beyond Beauty 3 once a long time ago when I first started my channel. So I've had my channel for a little while, but I didn't start actually doing anything with it until February of this year. So I was on, she interviewed me once way back then. And then a few weeks ago, RV weekends.
Yeah.
Sherry and Robert, yeah. So I popped up on there for a few minutes with her one night, but that's it. This is my first sort of, hanging out with you all. I'm always there with you guys.
I know it.
Always.
You're a great supporter of our channel too, by the way.
I watch you
Oh, yeah.
every morning when I'm at work. I'm work lurking all the time.
So
And,
Artist on the Road knows my neck of the woods a little bit. She comes through here occasionally.
Yep. We have a
And
branch office there.
yep. I was in Boaz, Alabama the other day, and I was at the cupboard. Did you drop by there and leave a card?
No.
Okay. Somebody dropped by there that made jewelry and stuff and was talking to them about setting up a booth. And I thought, I wonder if that's our friend Artist on the Road.
No, I haven't been to the branch office in a few years.
Yeah.
So,
Well, good deal. Good deal. So, good to have you here tonight.
well, it's awesome to be with you guys.
So like I said a while ago, we appreciate you. You've been hanging out and around our show from, I think, nearly the beginning.
Yes.
I don't know a time that we didn't have Artist on the Road.
I think right from the jump, I've been just sort of hanging out.
Yep, and a great supporter of the wheel, as we've had for a long time up until this week. And we may start the wheel back down the road, but we've decided to put a pause on that for a while. But I always had a prize on the wheel. I'm real appreciative of that. And so for everybody that don't know you, tell everybody who you are and what your channel's about and how it got started.
That's a long story. Okay. So right now I work in the world in finance. It's not ever what I wanted to do, but it's paid the bills. And then, of course, the traditional route of a house, husband, and kids. And so kids are often, well, one child off on her own doing her thing, and I don't have the husband anymore. So about 5 years ago, I found myself finally free. And I'd always sort of had this niggle in the back of my head that I wanted to be able to travel and drive around the country in an RV. I've always had the wanderlust. So that's the RV travel side of things. I've always been a creative soul, but I've never done it to support myself because that's just not how life played out for me. So now I get to do that. Focusing a lot more on obviously the jewelry design. I'm a photographer. I do a little painting and a little fiber art. So I macrame and weave. And hopefully I'll be able to do that stuff out on the road. And that all started way, way back. I mean, I had a camera in my hand probably before the age of 10. I started making jewelry in the 70s because I liked that surprise hippie vibe, but I hated the quality.
You get along great.
Yeah. Oh, I know. She gets me. So I like the jewelry, but I never liked the quality of it. And I work hard for my money, and I don't want to buy something that's gonna break in an hour. So I started designing my own and making my own stuff.
By the way, don't let me forget, when I come back, when I go to Uganda, I got to bring you back something. Don't let me forget that.
You do. Some little beads or something so I can make something special. So that's the focus is global goods. I love old antique vintage stuff. And in the bead world, it's a dying art. The beautiful silver work and beads from Bali, in less than a generation, you won't see it anymore. You'll only be able to see it in museums. Czech glass beads. Some beads I have are about 100 years old in that neighborhood, 50 to 100 years old. 90% of the glass bead industry is mom and pop shops. And a decade or so ago, they started struggling with the economy and they closed. And the problem with that is when they close, it's all family owned. They don't sell the mold and the color codes destroyed. So
Wow.
yeah, it's disappearing. Hand carving is a lost art form now too. The little animal beads that have been in some of my videos, the little carved animals, those were hand carved in India, and they went to market probably 50 years ago. But that's it. What I have is all that this dealer had, so you won't find it again. So
You
that's
know,
sort of my focus.
you know what? I've traveled to several different countries, and more so, even in Uganda. What people don't realize is people are fascinated with a craft. So I don't care if you are weaving something that's so simple it's beyond whatever, any imagination. If you do it and you put your heart, soul, and imagination into it, it blows me away. I don't know if I'm the only one that appreciates that kind of stuff, but those kids, I've got a necklace. I'm gonna go get it. But anyway, it's the cheapest thing. Like we could probably buy it here a dozen for $1 at Oriental Trading if we bought something of similar quality. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
But the fact that those kids sat down and put their heart into it, put every bead together, made it, and come put it around my neck is priceless.
Yes.
And that's what people don't realize. That's a dying art. And that's why Ugandans thank the RV reviews by the Air Force guy. Paul, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I just saw that pop up. Hey,
Thanks
Paul.
for the super chat. But I think that's why the poorer countries do so well with missionaries because we're not used to seeing that here. We still
No,
got
it's lost in this country. It's absolutely lost in this country. Most
Yeah.
people are just very used to the readily available, factory made, stamped out, junk.
Yeah. We
Um,
went in Guatemala. We went, this was 2012. My wife and daughter was fascinated by the fact that they were making these well, I was fascinated, and my son too, but they were making these blankets and they were weaving them. You know, these boards, I don't know what they're called, but
Yep.
I call them weaving boards.
Yep.
It blew us away. My wife is like, people probably used to do a lot of that here, but they quit. So when we go over there and see it done, it's just, we put value in that. And I think a lot of Americans put value in that if more people did it.
Yeah. If they were exposed to more of it. I think that's part of the problem is there isn't enough exposure to the arts. And I think a lot of people think if you say the arts or artwork, they think of a painting on a museum wall, but that's not all that art encompasses.
Yeah.
And
I've seen art in different fashions. I like to write. I don't share my writing, but I like to write. I share it occasionally, but I like to write. And usually when I write something, something's going on.
yep.
And that's what I think about people that does any kind of art. Like with you, for instance, I noticed I watched some of your videos where you make things, and you said a mistake's not a mistake. I'm pretty sure it was you that talked about don't let a mistake take you down because you can make something out of that mistake, or what you might consider a mistake ain't a mistake.
Right. If you don't like the way something turns out, I don't throw anything out. I have what I call it the junk jar, and I'll just throw it in there. And then I go back to it later and I will rework it or remake it. But it all has value because no matter what your art form is, whether you write or paint or make jewelry or you're a photographer, it's all, it has value, not just for from a monetary standpoint, but the intrinsic value, because to create those things, you have to give a piece of yourself to it.
Yeah. I sit around a lot of times. I'll be getting my bus ready to run a route or something, and something will hit me like 5 or 6 words, and I'm thinking, well, that'd be a great title to a poem. And I'll jot it down, stick it in my pocket. We were getting the house ready to sell, and I don't know how many pieces of paper I found with pieces of poems that I had saved those group of words, and I'd wrote them down and tore it off, stuck it in my pocket, or stuck it in the back of my notebook. And when I'm dead and gone one of these days, my family's gonna have a lot of partial poems. It won't mean nothing to nobody, but to me, it was the start of something awesome.
Yep. Well, I have a book like that too. If I start having a design in my head, I need to sketch it out there, or do something with it so I don't lose it. That's
Yeah,
the worst thing, to lose that little thought, that little kernel of something that you want to start with. And that's that, the video on the vintage buttons that I did. I have buttons from the 30s and 40s, and most people would just throw them out, but they're beautiful and unique. And for me, everything like that has a soul. It has had a life before some of us were even born. So
yeah.
why not share that and show that? So
I hate
for me,
throwing
it
away
makes
books.
it into jewelry.
I sold some books at a yard sale the other day that the people that lived here left, and
Mhm.
I should have kept them. But I've got so many books about poems and people that write. I don't never read them all, and so we had to downsize, right? So I sold this book the other day that has haunted me. Well, it's in the yard sale stuff. I don't know if I've sold it yet, but it was a book, and all it was a poem. But it was an old book of
Yeah.
nothing but poems. And
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, I should have kept that. The inspiration in that book was something, not counting the fact that somebody poured their heart out into those probably 1,000 poems in that book.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm having to get rid of a lot of. I'm a book person too. There's just something about holding a book and turning the pages, and I may start doing some YouTube. Okay, so here's an idea for you guys, and you can tell me what you think of this. I have the classics, and I have a lot of uh, vintage and old books. So I thought maybe I would read them on video, do a chapter of video, and if you guys don't want to read Moby Dick yourself, I'll read it to you.
That's the way I like reading books right there.
Well, what I want is, what I like is, I like for people that reads that we got an echo. Has somebody got a YouTube channel on? Gypsy, you got it? Did you turn off your YouTube channel?
Do you hear an echo when I talk?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
really?
I tell you,
I don't think so. I have it up on my tablet, but I have it off. I mean, the volume off. All right,
huh?
so I just close that.
Somewhere we're getting an echo. I tell you what we can do is, hang on. Whoops.
I don't think I can adjust.
All right.
It's
So
not
do we
me
have an
today.
echo now? I don't think we have an echo now, do we? Jerry, don't mute your channel. All
I'm
right.
sorry.
So we don't. I can't eliminate one unless we did.
Don't yell at Jerry.
Ollie. So with artist on the road muted, we don't have the echo, right?
I'm not
Right.
getting it. No.
I don't get it. All right. So it is coming out of there. I thought it was. So let me unmute her. So how about now? Did you find out anything?
So
I
you
don't.
hear it when I talk?
I don't hear it when you talk, but I hear myself. I don't hear myself right now. So
Because I
maybe
just have you up on my laptop, but I have the. Let me make sure I have the volume on this down all the way, because that shouldn't affect. Please hold.
All right. We got it? I don't hear an echo right now, so
Yes, no, maybe so. We'll see.
yeah, we'll go with it. Let's just go with it.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I like sometimes when I read things, it sounds interesting, but I don't have a clue what in the world they're talking about. And that's just the way it is sometimes when people write stuff. Like I may write something y'all don't have a clue about, but I know exactly what I'm talking about. Is that the
Yep.
way your art is?
Yes, I think it's definitely interpretive. I know that if I'm looking at one of my photographs or one of my paintings, or even a piece of my jewelry, I see in it something different than you would see, or Nettie would see, or Felicity would see, or Jerry would see, or anybody else looking at it. And I have some, so I do like to paint. So when I get out on the road and I see you guys, I do some unique stuff with paints. So in normal lighting, it just looks like a painting, but under your black light, they glow.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's scary. That's all we need on this channel, something that glows.
Woo!
So my question, Gypsy, are you going to travel full time,
Yes,
or are you just wanting? You are.
yes.
Wow. What is your ETA? When do you want to do that?
I'm shooting for December.
That soon.
Yeah, I don't want to winter over. So I'm in New Hampshire. I don't know if you
Yeah.
guys know anything about New England, but I don't want to winter over here.
Mm-hmm.
People like me don't fit in New Hampshire. I know I shouldn't have said that out loud, but you know.
You might stick out just a little bit, but when I go to
My
Alabama,
show wouldn't go over well there, I'm sure.
That's exciting. I'm excited for your adventure.
I'm excited too. I'm panic stricken. But
Yeah.
the best stuff lies on the other side of fear. And if I don't do it now,
Mm-hmm.
I may not get the chance. And what am I waiting for? Really?
Exactly. Yeah.
There's Thin
Yeah.
Blue Lane RV life in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys.
Be
Oh.
ready today. Said it's a shame, but I feel you and get it. He was talking to me. Yeah. Yeah, you'll never hear the Daydream Morning Show or Tuesday Night Live in California probably ever either. But just saying.
Hey, Troubadouro just came in, Gary.
Super Duo is in the house.
Yeah.
New members of the 1K Club, by the way.
Oh, congratulations.
Box Fan D is in the house.
Hi Dee.
Mm-hmm.
So good to have you guys. Everybody that just came in. I apologize if I've not been around much, but we have been working our fool self to death. We're about a week behind what we had scheduled having the house on the market, but we're waiting on Dad to help us, and that's free labor, so we can't afford to hire people to help us. So, and two, I'd rather my dad help me do it because I know Dad will do it right. So, but anyway, hopefully, maybe when we get settled back down, I'll get to venture over and see more. I do get in here at night to see some channels, so if you see me in on some channels but don't see me in on yours, don't think nothing about it because I'm usually working during the day and trying to catch one or two shows at night. So, but anyway, just to give y'all a little heads up, we got 42 in here already.
Really?
I think we had 44 a while ago. So you're a big draw to the show.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that. But
There's going green mom. So what? I could see a future in you being full time doing your crafts.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hoping so. There's obviously a lot of craft shows and fairs and festivals across the country that I can do, as long as my Sharona goes away. Every show I had booked for this year got canceled, so it's been a little
Yeah.
rough.
But you know what?
Yeah.
You may be in the same position.
Yes.
You know, I'm a praying guy and a Christian guy, and I pray a lot about. Me and Tammy's been trying to slow down a little bit. We've not got to enjoy each other, and you know what I mean by that. We've not got to enjoy time together, and we've been praying for the Lord. We've worked hard. We've been married 32 years. We have committed our lives to our businesses. We've owned a couple businesses. We've survived. This will be the fourth or fifth national crisis. This is a world crisis, but it's basically a national crisis as well. So we've been praying a lot for a different direction and a way of slowing down and a way forward that didn't require killing ourselves. And sometimes the Lord has to move mountains, and I'd say this is a big old.
Yeah, and I have related to you, Gary, a lot, and I think that was one of the things that sort of drew me to you and your show, and why I really rely on your show. It helps me get through the workday. My day job is kind of stressful, so it's a relief for me to watch and get to see you guys all together and just connecting with you through the airwaves. But yeah, you and I are very similar in our desires and our struggles, and just trying to have faith that everything will work out. Because I've had people tell me, "You're crazy. You have a steady job that pays you well, and you know you've been there for ages, and you have a 401k and this, that, and the other thing." And like, okay, but it's killing me.
Oh yeah,
Literally.
I can
Literally.
relate. We're not necessarily walking away from our business, but we want to downsize it. And when you tell your business friends that, they like, "You lost your mind. You
Yes.
want to give up this business
Yeah.
to just slow down?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I haven't done this but 15 daggum years, 7 days a week, every summer."
Yeah. I've had a job since 13.
Oh, I've worked all my life. My dad taught me, you work, you eat.
Yep.
Uh,
So just gonna have a little faith that it will work out, that I'll be able to take care of myself doing what feeds my soul instead of working for somebody else who couldn't give a rat's patootie about me.
Mm-hmm.
Grassroots living is stirring the pot a little bit.
Oh. I can see the chat, you guys, so.
Well, we can watch it. But grassroots living. We are probably going to have to move into our travel trailer until we buy our home base. I'm not talking the boss into a truck camper because I'm waiting on you two guys to come be on my show so we can put forth a good case. But yeah, grassroots living. I loved your show tonight, by the way. But yeah,
We have a couple questions in the chat, Gary. Wanting to know if she does Halloween art.
Yeah.
What?
so
Aileen wanted to know
art?
if you do Halloween art.
Halloween art. I don't know where it is. So I do a little painting in what's called alcohol inks. It's a very different medium. It's not an oil or an acrylic, which is sort of a traditional medium. It's a very different type of ink, and it flows. So I do some spooky trees with it, but I don't necessarily paint specific Halloween stuff unless you got a request.
yeah. So did you have another question, Felix, or was that your question?
Yeah. So when you look for like buttons and beads and things like that for your art, your jewelry, whatever, do you go to like rummage sales, auctions, estate sales, things like that? Or how do you really come across most of what you find?
Mm-hmm. There's a few people I know that find it. There's actually some Etsy sellers who deal in vintage stuff. I find things in sort of, funky, out of the way, antique store type things. Um, Vintage markets. Anywhere I can find it. I'm always on the lookout for it. Other designers. There is another jewelry designer who I love. She's great, and she has connections to some dealers who come across some stuff. So I've actually gotten some stuff from her because she sort of knew it was my vibe. So she picked it up for me. Some stuff in Africa that I have now. So it's not any one specific place, but I'm always on the lookout for it.
Okay. And how do you decide what you keep and what you put on your website to sell?
What's he doing, Gary?
Putting a necklace on his microphone.
You've shown that to me before. So I actually only have a couple of pieces that I've made that I've kept for myself because if I kept everything I like, I would be keeping it all, and I can't do that.
Yeah.
That's the point. I want to share it with the world, and I have yet to duplicate it. So,
did you see that
everything
comment
is
from
one of a
Gypsy
kind.
and the Vanilla Gorilla? They said they have a box full of vintage jewelry. Hit him up.
You do?
The Gypsy and the Vanilla
Yeah.
Gorilla just had that
Yeah.
in a comment.
I know them. Oh dear.
A kid in a
This
candy
is how
store.
I find my stuff.
So Britain
I'll
Farm
send you an email.
Homestead, which is a little homestead out here not far from me, said they may have a request for you, so they may be hooking up with you.
Shoot me an email. It's on my channel, in my about, and I think it's in all the descriptions of my videos. Just shoot me an email.
There's Vanderilla. I don't know if I missed it earlier.
Hello to everybody. I can't see the chat, but I know all y'all are there. Oh, hi.
So, so you do some craft shows and stuff occasionally, but I could see I was watching Steve Turtle one day, and the campground they're at, I think it's fixing to open up a little store just for people to come in and sell crafts and stuff. I don't know if it's going to be local crafts only, or if it's going to be where campers can come in and sell their crafts as well. But that'd be a neat little idea.
I'll have to talk to Steve. Yeah, maybe I'll shoot him an email. I know there's all different. There's just got to be that I haven't thought of myself. All different ways out there that I can show and support myself, and I like to teach too. That's another way I like to share it. I don't ever want somebody to buy something because they feel some sort of obligation or it was an impulse buy. I don't want the impulse because there's too much of me in each piece I make. But I love to teach it too. I everything I make, I could teach every single one of you how to do it.
Wow.
Oh, squirrel.
Yep. Yep. Felix knows me.
Did I squirrel? Did one of us squirrel? Did you squirrel?
I probably do.
Oh no, that's just my specific little icon for Gary, but I was actually getting after my dog, so
Yeah, I knew it was your Gary icon.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Everybody that's watched me very long knows that I squirrel real easy. So
Oh
I
yeah.
got my other monitor over here, and it don't recognize my clean shaven face, so I have to punch in the code every 5 seconds when I let it go off. It's like stranger danger, stranger danger. Oh
So
man.
where's the first place you want to go when you start traveling?
Want to go or
Alabama.
need to go? Alabama. Okay. Well, I'll be driving through. So the other thing I thought of doing, I want to get my RV inspector's license. I feel like it's an emerging market, one, and the the niche of women of my generation who want to go out there on their own, who might be a little afraid to do it, and who might not be so mechanically savvy that they really should have somebody inspect an RV they're thinking of purchasing. I want to do that for them. So I want to get my inspector's license. It's a two-part thing. The first part I can do online to get my level 1 certification. And then my level 2 certification, I have to go to Texas to do that.
So I think that'd be neat. I could see a lot of people that maybe are intimidated to hire inspectors. But if they met I'm not saying men or women or whatever, just in general, some people are just intimidated. So if you can hire somebody that is not going to make them feel stupid when they say, "Oh, this is a piece of junk, you don't need to be buying it."
right.
Say, like, "Look, this is why you don't need to be buying it," and don't feel bad. A lot of people buy them without even getting them inspected.
So many people buy without having them inspected, and it's probably right up there in size of purchase with a house, particularly for some rigs. But even for me, obviously, I didn't have a huge budget for it, but it's a gigantic purchase, and you wouldn't buy a house without having it inspected. Why would you buy an RV
Yeah.
without having it inspected? Because
I'm surprised banks don't require it.
Yeah, they
Banks
don't.
require it on houses, and RVs are getting so expensive. I'm surprised they don't require it.
And it's not. And there's very little difference between a sticks and bricks and an RV. The only difference is there's wheels on it. Because there's a
Well,
bathroom in a house, there's a bathroom in a rig. There's a refrigerator in a house, there's a refrigerator in a rig. There's more complicated systems in a rig, and you need to know how they work than
Yeah.
there are in some ways in a house.
It's easier to hide in a rig versus a house.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So that's sort of something I think would be great to do, because I'd really love to be able to help people. I don't like hearing stories of people getting, hosed because they didn't know enough themselves or they didn't know the right questions to ask. Everybody out there who's going to buy an RV, whether it's a little teardrop trailer or a $350,000 Class A, you should have an advocate.
Right. Yep. I agree with that wholeheartedly. And
And the market's exploding. I mean, we all know how busy KT and BJ and Arkansas Woodcutter, how busy they've all been hauling rigs around. They can't keep up with it. They're so busy.
Nope, you are right about that. The stocks in all the RV markets are going up. Well, I don't know about all, but in a lot of them. I got a video shared in my friends of our channel link, and it is Meet Kevin. He's a real estate guy, but he talks about the RV market going out the roof. Thanks. Be ready today for the super chat. Appreciate that. But he talked about how the RV market is hot. Matter of fact, if I knew I wasn't going to be living in my RV, it would be cleaned up on the market, because I know we're going to downsize. I don't know if me and Shalane can talk my wife into a truck camper or not, but we're still going to downsize no matter what that looks like. And
Yep.
so if you were going to sell an RV right now is the time to sell it.
Oh yeah, it would sell like nothing.
Yeah. Yep. Troubadouro said that, brought up a good point, talking about getting one inspected. About if one sets, you could have gas leaks or electrical issues due to rodents.
Yep. Absolutely. There's
I
so
was
much.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say there's so much with an RV that if you don't have any experience with them, it just would never occur to you.
Right. I've been watching Central Life Reclaimed. We had them on the show a few weeks ago, and they started. They're going to be living in theirs for a while. They bought a bunch of property in Arkansas, and they're going to be moving, but they're going to be living in their little fifth wheel, and so they were going to take like the dinette out and redo the sitting arrangement and all that, and when they started tearing it out, the people had told them something about some repairs they made to it because of some leaks. Well, when they tore the sitting arrangement out, they decided to tear out some more to redo it as well. When they did, all those repairs weren't too good, and they wound up taking the whole back side of their fifth wheel camper off. Thankfully, they're able to know how to do it themselves.
Wow.
But they got the whole back side of the rig off. They just started putting it back this week. And
Wow.
they had to take the whole back out and the corner pieces. I was starting to get worried, and it wasn't mine. I was getting worried for them that it might not end. The rot may not end. But it finally got some good wood. But it's been an ordeal.
Wow.
But thankfully, they had the knowledge to be able to replace it. And
Right.
they're making
They're
it
in the
awesome.
minority. Most people who own RVs don't have the knowledge
Right.
to fix
Well,
them.
it's easy to have something happen. Jerry Holly had a flood in his RV when he was on his trip
I
down
remember.
And
Yep.
it was exactly what happened with us, right, Gary, when I told you with our first rig?
Yeah, it was exactly the problem.
Yeah.
Right, Jerry?
Yes, Gary, you're right.
Now it's got a squishy floor.
Yeah, hopefully not for long.
So, I think Jerry said the insurance company come looked at it today.
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll see. He wouldn't say yes. He wouldn't say no.
That's right. We're going to say he's going to say yes, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I had to do his work and tear the floor up so he could see there was water damage underneath because you couldn't see through linoleum.
So let's see. Anybody got any questions out there? Just tag some of us up here. Just tag any of us up here, and we should be able to see it. Maybe, kind of. You might want to tag Nettie or Felix.
Yeah, because Aaron just said, he said there, if the insurance don't come, Aaron's going to fix that in 3 weeks.
It's up like this.
Oh, man. So we all that made it over to the premiere a while ago were able to see your new rig. And so what is the first thing you plan to do to your new rig?
Besides move all my junk into it. I've already started doing. Yeah, so now I'm downsizing it again to see if I can fit everything and make all that work. But first thing is I need to it needs new sneakers. I got to put new tires on it.
It needs some new shoes.
Yeah, it needs new shoes. Most of them are pretty good. So it's a tag axle. So there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's actually 8 tires in total on the rig.
Mm-hmm.
The fronts are probably okay, but the ones sitting on the tag axle, they definitely got to go. So I'm just gonna all around.
Yeah, I think to say they may have aged out. They can
Yeah.
look good, but they may be aged out.
Right. Now they're asking in the chat if she has a PayPal account.
I do. That's also in my, I don't know, maybe in my about page. It's definitely in the description of my videos.
Yeah.
I see
I think
Philly.
it's paypal.me/artist on the road.
So we can drop that if we can find it. Drop the link.
Well, I'm trying to before Nettie gets there, but I know I'm
I think
Jerry Holland's trying to beat Nettie. Let's see who the winner's going to be. I bet
Nettie's gonna get there. there ain't no doubt about it.
it's gonna be
I'm just
Philly.
her about page. She's probably already dropped it 5 times.
I see no
Well,
one.
see it
you don't
on
call her the Queen Mother for nothing.
That's right.
do
I
what?
quit trying to race her and Felix. Don't ever play Felix in trivia, and don't ever try to beat Nettie posting something.
Hey, Felix should give Nettie a run for the money on that post.
Oh yeah, it's quick.
Yeah.
Hey, I love it.
So Aaron Jemison is trying to drum up you some new friends, trying to get you to 300 tonight. So
Really?
that'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
he's really pushing it. He's trying to get you up there.
He's working more than Stream Element. Think Be Ready
Yeah.
today. I take it however I can get it, but I do get more of it if you do it through PayPal. So, but I appreciate it. I appreciate everything everybody does. I never tell people how they want to give it. They give it however they want to give it, and so you don't even have to give anything. Let me just say that up front. But we do appreciate it. So
Okay,
Did you-
thanks.
Same here. You don't have to give anything, but if you feel the urge,
Did you already drop it? Oh, yeah, you
Okay.
did.
I really love all you guys so much. Thank you, Aaron. Love you, man.
Felix beat both of y'all. My money was on Felix. So there is Artist on the Road PayPal.
I just dropped it. Oh, Felix hit there first?
Felix beat both of y'all. That's all I can say. My money
Well,
was on Felix.
I just actually copied and pasted Felix. So I really
That's cheating, Gary.
Hey, Felix.
Yeah,
If you ain't first, you last.
right?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
I don't ever get that because there's always second place and there's third place, and never got that saying.
K&R Destinations, y'all need a beating.
So it must be Kyle, not Ryan.
Both of them.
Boom. So I just dropped it again. I just copied and pasted again.
Thanks,
I'm getting
K&R
in there.
Destinations. You guys rock. I appreciate it. Love you guys. I gotta click on it, see what it says.
Can
Kyle
I just
Ryan,
say
they
there are some amazing people that we all hang out with? I mean, we literally see almost everybody here tonight. I can't see the chat, but I know y'all are out there. We see each other every day, and
Oh yeah.
I have no words sometimes. I sit and watch this stuff and how we've helped some of our family members out there and how it blows my mind a little bit how freaking amazing you guys are. I
get people call. Well, matter of fact, during the show, during jury show, I had people texting me and asking me if I was okay because I seemed distracted. I mean, my own family don't even that.
know this, right? But it's crazy. Like I said in my little premiere video introducing Calypso that I didn't want to name people because I knew I was gonna forget someone, and I would have been heartbroken because you guys are all in here and in here, even if I can't get all of your names out, because whenever I think of any of you, I have an image and a feeling for all of you out
Yeah.
there.
Mhm.
I know you guys are out there. I know you all are out there. I can
Yeah.
feel you. Um,
Yeah.
but I just, yeah, okay, turning into just a babbling idiot, but it
Now
really blows my mind sometimes how
I catch myself out.
amazing.
Oh yeah. I catch myself now out thinking, like I'll be out doing something today, or I'll be driving down the road and I'll think, I need to call Jerry, or I need to call Kyle, or I wonder whatever. And if something happens, I've noticed I've got a couple channels, and I love it. That if something happens in their life that's just totally amazing, they call. They said I had to tell somebody, and they call me, and I'm like, we
Yeah.
know each other only by YouTube, and that amazing thing you're going to share with me, and it nearly puts me in tears sometimes. It's
Yeah.
Me too. Onions, man, onions in the room. But
yeah,
I meant it when I said that you guys, when I finally found the rig and I bought her and brought her home, and you guys were the first ones I wanted to tell. Literally, it was and I had different thoughts of everybody. It was like, oh man, I can't wait to tell Lily Gypsy Child, because she and I are going to get together and we're going to go somewhere and we're going to do some photography work together. And I want to go camping with all you guys and meet out at Quartzsite. And you all here in this room and up on this panel, you guys were literally the first people I thought of to share this with, because
yeah.
I knew that you all would know what it meant.
When me and Tammy decided that we were going to sell the place and just totally downsize and cash out, we told all you before we told our family.
It's crazy, isn't
You know why? Because this family is more receptive to what we're doing than our other family. Even though we had to sell a house either way, because if we don't go back to work in the spring, we just can't sustain it and
Yep.
not go totally bankrupt in the process. But so the plan that we had, a lot of it was developed through our relationship with all you guys. And I don't know. I just felt like that was who we needed to share it with first. I told y'all before I told my dad. So
Hey, Gypsy, we got a question from Shanna Craft. Wants to know if you're going to go to the Mayberry meetup.
I would love to, but I don't think I can swing it. I have to sort of finagle how much of my vacation time I want to burn, and how soon I want to be able to quit the day job.
Gotcha.
You know,
Yeah.
so it's a timing thing. I would love to, and I was really considering how I would do it. So, and for those who don't know, I live in the Northeast. I'm up in New Hampshire. So to
poor thing. Oh,
drive, I heard you. So to drive anywhere, we're talking to get out to Arizona is going to take me, a full probably 6 to 7 days, unless I really, and you can't really push it in a 30-year-old 34-foot rig. So,
Yeah.
so what kind of motor that bad boy got in it, by the way?
yeah, 454 big block.
454. 454 big block.
Hey, if all else fails, you can sell the blocks off that thing.
Yeah.
Sell the head.
Yep. Yeah.
They're pretty high demand.
Yeah.
Shanna Craft said, yes, Gary, you said that out loud.
Where did you find
It didn't say Shanna. I heard him
Where did you find your rig?
on
How did you
Craigslist.
find it? Oh, on Craigslist. Okay. Did you have to go very far to get it?
No, it's a couple towns away from me. But I was
Oh, that's
looking. I was looking all over. I even had Blake, New Vision Security Services, had his
Mhm.
brother looking for in New Jersey and that area. Because there was, when I say there was nothing out there in my price range, there was nothing out there.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of rigs. It's a little crazy. I had started looking last year, and they were all over the place. They were everywhere. You know, you couldn't.
Yeah.
They are till you get ready to buy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, I feel pretty lucky. But I was looking New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, all northeastern seaboard, Connecticut, Delaware. Then I had Blake's brother look in New Jersey and out around that area. There was nothing.
So that thing should get what, 20 gallons to the mile?
Maybe if I hitch a couple of donkeys to the front of it.
Yeah. Probably like 6 or 8.
Yeah. If I look
I don't know how big as that thing is. I think you're going to need like some ox or something. Because I don't think donkeys are going to do it.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. Poor little donkeys. I'll get some big water buffalo or something.
There you
Right.
go.
All right,
I
guys.
know you
So
need
we
them.
need
I
to help-
see some bison. I could have grabbed some of those for you.
we have got to help artists on the road. Now, what's the deal here? So it was 247. That's 253. Man, it'd be nice to get them rolling up there. I was hoping for 300, but my Lord, surely not every one of y'all have artists on the road.
Good
So,
night, Griswold. They're heading out. Griswold family vacay.
Oh, they got a show tonight. See
Yeah.
you guys.
Thank you.
Mhm.
We are dropping the link for Artist on the Road, ain't we? Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we need to get that number on up there. Everybody make sure you got her before you leave, by the way.
But you also Stream Elements is dropping it too.
Yeah, I set Stream Elements up, but I didn't know if it was dropping it. It's supposed to every 3 minutes, I think.
I think Aaron's dropping it more than the bot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron's doing a very good job.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron's my brother.
Aaron's a lot like a
Love
bot.
you, Aaron. Aaron's a lot.
Where they mimicked it from was from Aaron.
Jerry Holly, we're about to lose Jerry Holly.
Are you falling asleep, Jerry?
Way in the back.
Jerry is way back there.
On
Is
speakerphone
Jerry
or
on the
something?
phone?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Did he mute himself?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's on the phone.
Good night, KNR.
See you later, KNR. Thank y'all.
Love
Love you guys.
guys.
Yeah, Jerry's talking on the phone. So your rig, you said it was a 454. How long was that thing? That thing looked like it was 100-foot long.
It's 33 feet.
Wow,
Yeah.
Dad, I thought it looked longer than that.
man.
Probably just the angle I
it-
was shooting at, but
It has like the little canopy thingies that come out over the windows.
I do.
Were those in really good shape too? Because that's kind of unusual that those would be in shape after all these years.
They're the original ones, and they look like they were hardly ever used. There's no tears or anything in them, and even
So
the
did
big
they keep
canopy is still in good shape too.
So did they keep it in storage or thing where it didn't have weather? Because I can't believe that's in such good shape.
I don't know. So the people I bought it from have had it, I think she said, for like 6 years. And they used to, once or twice a year, drive it down to Florida where they could just play on apparently they have a 42-foot sailboat.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
Yeah, and that's why they sold the rig, because they were deciding to spend more time in Florida playing on the boat and less time driving the RV. And whoever had it before that, I don't know. What is your rig? It is a 1990 Holiday Rambler Light, 33 footer.
How many
19.
miles?
Huh?
How many miles are on it?
108.
Wow, that's not even
See,
broke
what?
in.
It's
Yeah,
pretty good though.
it's not bad. Runs clean. So, and I put new exhaust manifolds and gaskets on it. But other than that, everything looks really good on it. Starts right up, runs good.
Mhm.
So I don't think it was abused. There's a
Right.
couple little dings like in the back
Yeah.
where I think somebody may have just backed into something, but it's a 30-year-old rig. So, and
Right.
all aluminum. It's a aluminum
Yeah.
construction, so it's all aluminum frame and aluminum siding. The front and rear cap are fiberglass, but it's all riveted construction. I don't know. She's in good shape, and it's the other
Awesome.
reason I wanted old is that I didn't want to feel bad about sort of changing the interior. Like, I'll probably do some painting, and I have some ideas for the cabinets that I want to do, and then paint on them or do some line drawings on them, that kind of stuff. And if it were a brand new rig, I would have a hard time doing that, I think.
That was actually going to be my next question: is what special touches were you going to add? Because I knew you would.
Oh yeah. So I didn't really show the front too much. So the whole front is the grill is black, and it looks like somebody painted it blue at one point, but most of that chipped off. And the rest is blue around the grill. So I'm gonna sand all that down, and I'm gonna paint a little mural on the front of it and then seal it. Yep.
Make
I'm
sure
gonna
you record all that, because that's good content right
Yes.
there.
I'm gonna record tons of stuff. Yes, it's all original, kind of. All original interior, furniture's all original. The banquet, everything is still all original. So I'm gonna hand paint the pinstriping on the side. I'm gonna redo that, and it has a feather on each side, as that's part of the Illumilite logo, I guess. So I'm gonna redo that, and then I'll do stuff on the inside too. I want to find a place in there that I want, as I meet everybody, I want you all to sign the inside of the rig.
Oh, how cool.
So I'm gonna have a wall in there to do that. Yep. Then yeah. So the cabinets will all be painted up, and it should be pretty cool because I'm gonna do some glow in the dark stuff in it too.
Ooh,
Ah.
cool. That was so awesome.
So hold on one sec. We have time. I don't even know what time it is.
Yeah, we got time. We got 30. We got 26 minutes.
All right, hold on one sec.
Who's coming on after you, Gary?
Johnny Journey. Are they having a show tonight?
Rayleigh.
What?
It's Rayleigh.
Really?
Okay,
Yeah.
Rayleigh's going to do one. Okay.
He's filling in for Johnny.
Yeah,
I
I
don't think
think-
I will make it much later than yours.
I think Johnny and Vanderella are still on vacation.
Yeah, I
I
think they're
seen
still
them drinking an adult beverage, looked like on the beach a while ago.
the bums. That's just not
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but okay. So I'll just move it a little bit so you can see.
Put her
So
big,
this
Gary.
is
Put her big so we can see it.
Oh yeah, hang on.
Hang on, let him put you big.
okay.
There.
Oh, there we go.
That is
Beautiful.
nice.
It looks like
That's
just
awesome.
a normal painting, right?
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah.
and I won't be able to do it here, I don't think. But under UV light, like black light, certain parts of it will glow in different colors. And then when you shut the lights off, it will also glow because it's glow in the dark paint.
That's
Oh wow.
Wow.
So the
Wish
effect
we could
you
see
can
that.
get,
That's just way too cool.
you're not going to be able to see it because you're getting the light from the
from the computer. Yeah.
But
I can see just a little bit of it. I mean, I could see where it would do that. Yeah.
yeah, so
That's awesome.
So do you make the frames too?
I did actually make the frame, yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
So my work has a ton of pallet wood. So the company I work for, hold on one sec. The company I work for manufactures and installs wheelchair accessibility lifts. So you see them in doctors' offices and churches and schools.
Yeah.
So those are pretty heavy. So they're crated up on heavyweight pallets, and they throw them on, and it kind of kills me.
Mhm.
They actually pay to take all that beautiful wood to the dump.
Yeah.
Oh, so I
Such a
try
waste.
and grab as much of it as I can, and I've made frames and shelves and clocks and stuff.
Well, I mean, you know how we feel about pallet wood because we put a ton of it in our camper. So, and his work is the same way. They have tons of them, and they just ditch them. And so, I mean, he can get as many of them free. We could build a house with all those pallets that they throw away.
It's
Seriously.
crazy. It's just, it's such a waste.
Yeah.
Yes.
It kills me.
Really.
So
The
yeah,
same way here, they load trucks full of pallets and just take them to and dump them. I try to get as many as I can, but I can't. I'm going to have so many.
right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll even use sometimes we'll post on Facebook Marketplace and just saying, free pallets. Here's the address. Come pick them up.
Yeah.
I think it's such a waste. So, but yeah.
So, getting that echo. It's worse now.
It is?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Can't be me. I haven't changed anything.
I moved my mic and everything. I don't know what the deal is. So, but anyway, we'll get through it. It's not too terribly bad.
See, I don't hear it now.
Yeah.
It's coming and going.
Yeah. That's the way it done the other day. I don't know. I think like Kyle or Ryan one said a while ago, it may be one of us that's got our mic too close to the laptop. But I don't know. We'll work through it.
No, I was muted and it was fine. So I mean, me and Jerry and Nettie were all muted, and you could still hear the echo. So I don't know.
Yeah. All right. We'll get through it. Ain't no big deal. Ain't nothing but a thing. I am reading over all the stuff.
Yeah, Honey and me said her daughter built a beautiful fence around her garden with pallets. That's a really good idea. To build a fence out of it. Yeah.
There's so much you can do with the pallet wood. And a lot of the pallets we get are actually hardwood, not just pine, because what we're hauling is so heavy. An
Right.
elevator is not light. So a lot of the wood is actually hardwoods.
Good deal.
Yeah.
So, have you ever drove a rig that big before?
No.
Oh, man.
No.
This ought to be good.
Be sure you
Wow.
videotape that too. That might be.
I drove it home.
Yeah.
I drove it home, no problem.
It looks like Ranch with Rogers came in, Gary.
Hey, guys. Thank y'all for coming in. Oh, man. Yeah. What could it hurt, right? You're bigger. They're smaller. They'll move out of the way.
That's
Yeah,
right.
and that's an older rig, so it could probably tear through some things pretty easily. So,
Man, it'd
Yeah.
be bad.
Oh,
It would.
yeah. Dry
Yep.
weight of that rig is 16.5. Yeah, so she's not light. And I can load it up to 22,000 pounds.
holy moly.
Man.
Yep.
Looks like we've got her at 255.
You guys are so sweet. Thank you. And I know my current content might not be for everybody, but stick with me because there'll be different stuff. There'll be traveling videos now, and then the changes that I make on the inside, and then I'm sure there'll be video content once I get my inspector's license. You know, and I'm gonna read to you guys. So
Yeah.
This
I'm gonna
might
watch
hurt.
those. I'm gonna watch those videos when I'm going to sleep. I love people reading.
Yeah.
That's why I can't read. I start reading about 2 pages. I go.
So
You
what
can-
I want is I want somebody to read the redneck version.
I'll translate it from her to you into Hillbilly, okay?
I don't know. Redneck
They thought I was kidding.
You need to title your book segments as Bedtime Stories for Jerry.
There you go.
And you need to say, just saying.
Hey,
saying.
that's right.
Saying.
Right.
That's right.
Bunch of yahoos.
I will. I don't know. It might be just a silly concept or thought or whatever, but somebody might like it. And for me,
I think they
storytelling
will.
around that's where all our traditions and myths and beliefs all started around the hearth. That's
Yeah.
where everything happened. That's where you ate your meals together. That's where traditions were developed and passed on. That's how you learned your myths and beliefs were through storytelling.
Yeah. I
So-
love getting, if I'm traveling, I love to get like a book on CD and just listen to it while I'm driving.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Jimmerson had a question. Is that an inspector class you're taking in Texas?
Yes. Yep. So I'll do the level 1 online. It's NRVIA, and then I have to go to Texas for the level 2.
What's
that's
the difference?
Class.
What's the difference in the two?
It's number 1 and then it's number 2. So that was different.
That's
Now,
right.
dude, what are you mouthing off about, Jerry Holly?
Hey, give me that back
What?
scratcher. I
Two.
can't find mine. I've lost my back scratcher and you got one.
Man, I love this back scratcher.
Oh, I cannot find mine. I'm rubbing every door in here.
I keep mine hanging up on my desk.
Well, I usually have mine right by my bed, and man, it's like I got to get up out of bed and go find a door jam.
There you go.
She's got one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have 2 of them, and I don't know which box I put them in. I can't find nothing.
I need
Go.
one to go in my truck.
Going Green Mom said to just make sure you get really old books that are out of copyright. I transferred a video from Periscope with a poem, and YT dinged me even though it was private.
Oh.
No kidding.
That's what they said.
Yeah, it does surprise.
I just read it. It's in the chat.
Well, I was thinking the classics. So I have a collection of
What are you saying?
leather-bound books, like Moby Dick and the Three Musketeers and Ivanhoe and all of those. So I was thinking of starting with those. But
So that'd make a great redneck thing. So like read it and redneck content. See, look at this
Oh,
awesome back
yeah.
scratch.
Who's your favorite author?
Mark Twain. Oh, go ahead.
I probably have a couple. Tolkien, The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings are right up there. And then another writer, her name is Anne McCaffrey, and she wrote it's Dragons. It's a whole series of books. So I like science fiction, fantasy type novels. She's a wonderful writer because the premise of it for the Dragon Riders of Pern, the planet is called Pern, Pern, and the premise is they were in a society probably much like ours, and it was killing itself off, and a certain number of people left in ships to colonize a new planet, but they wanted to stick with an agrarian based, so not technologically advanced. And
So Alabama.
it I laid that one out there just for you, Jim.
Oh my.
Oh Lordy.
Only on the Tuesday Night Live, right? So before everybody gets out of here, don't forget tomorrow we got a little fish in the kitchen. That ought to be good. Anything to do with kitchen and daydream has got to get along. Thursday we got Highland Homestead. Friday we got Striving for the Simple Life. That's mine and Tammy's life story. So y'all don't forget all that. And we're going to have a good time tomorrow, I'm sure. And we've had a good time tonight with Artists on the Road.
Yes,
And,
we
What a
did.
blast, you
Been a
guys.
good
Thanks
show.
for having me.
and the new Class A that you're going to be journeying down the road in. You got so much YouTube content right now coming up that you will not be able to record it all. You'll have like 1 million videos by Christmas.
Yeah. Yes, I will. And I'll start recording now. I actually picked the rig up a couple of weeks ago, but as some of you know, when I took the little tumble down a flight of stairs,
That's
I
going
did that.
around. That's going around. You're the second person that's done that on this channel.
I am?
Yeah.
Who else did it? Did you get hurt?
No, but I broke the handrail completely off the stairway.
Yeah.
So let him tell you let him tell you the story. So his daughters told him that he had to sell the house because he was going to get hurt going up and down the stairs. Oh, so he likes that. I'm and tells them that he's able to go up and down the stairs. A few days later, some dummy falls down the stairs and takes out half the banisters. I won't say who that dummy is. I'm just saying that somebody fell down.
I'm changing my channel name to Falling Down the Banisters. Or oops, I did it again.
Quit yelling at Jerry.
Thank you, Nick.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir. I will, Aaron. I will do a well lit walkthrough video. I just wanted to get it out there quick before the bad weather hit and before I sat on this esteemed panel this evening, but I'll do a much better good walkthrough.
Esteemed. Somebody
What do
got
you
her.
got? What you got, Jerry? Jerry's got something.
Yeah,
Mine don't hold that much, but I just want to be part of it.
He's drinking out of his.
I always
I
have that
kept
much.
waiting for Jerry to roll his up and smoke it.
Yeah, weird. I have nothing on my desk but 2 pictures of Gary riding on a bear.
Yes, it's weird. That's very weird.
they
It
always
is.
be
At
right.
least they're not on my ceiling, so I guess that's.
I know.
I'm waiting for the poster version. You know, the,
Oh my God.
the Farrah Fawcett. You know, the
Hey,
big.
Jerry, don't say that out loud. You lost
Jerry,
your
take
I'm probably going to give that.
No.
Gary's head on Farrah Fawcett's swimsuit body.
Now, that would be a picture.
Now that I would like
You
to
did
have.
say it out loud.
No.
There's gonna be 32 people
Karen?
that wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning screaming with nightmares. Now, I
Aaron
Thank
Jimerson.
you, Felicity.
It's out there now. It's out there now. You know.
Aaron Jimerson's going to have that taken care of and sent to me by tomorrow. I'm pretty sure.
Copy. I want a copy.
Oh yeah, yeah. Whatever.
Oh.
We might be able to sell them to raise money for our YouTube family.
My Backyard Science. Uncle Lisa Production is the artist, and John at Over the Hill RV is the one that fronted the money and bought all the products with the artwork on it. So there's pictures, whether decals, there's magnets,
Cups.
and there's the world famous coffee mug that a few people have either won or been gifted. And
Good night,
so,
Trubadero.
Good night.
see
Night,
ya,
Trubadero.
Jill and Bryson. Like the haircut, Bryson.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, we embrace the things that make us popular. So me riding shirtless on a bear, that works.
I'm just thinking that Farrah Fawcett thing may be a bigger hit than the bear.
I don't knock the Farrah Fawcett poster. I wish I still had my original.
You don't?
No,
You don't have? Oh my god! That thing is rolled up and locked in my safe. That's gonna be worth a lot of money someday.
man, I had that. I can still picture it on the wall today.
I had 3 of them.
Good night, Brianna.
I think every boy in America had one of those at that time period.
I had that, and I had the, the picture of all 3 of them.
No, Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's
Yeah.
Angels. I had the picture of all that. And
A. Jackson. Oh yeah, yeah.
I
yeah,
had
yeah.
Christy McNichol, poster. Who didn't drool
Well,
over?
I saw the Backstreet Boys poster you had in your camper. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. So we got 6
Your RV
minutes.
Adventures leaving too. Good night.
See you guys. We got 6 minutes. So we can drop Rayleigh's link in case anybody wants to go and check them out. Rayleigh is filling in for Johnny's Journey. And I think Rayleigh and Griswold may be teaming up and doing that. I think it's on Rayleigh's channel.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think it's on Blaine's.
I want to drop. Oh, never mind. Felix already did.
You can copy it and share it.
Wait a minute. God, chat, stop.
He can't catch it.
I can't catch it on the chat.
Jerry don't know how to pull down and make the chat stop. He hasn't learned that yet.
Yeah, I just posted that deal for Rayleigh's travel. So, oh man, that's all I
In case
feel it.
anybody needs it. So it won't be long. Britain Farm Homestead will be on the show. That'll be August 12th. We just found out that we were basically neighbors just across the mountain. And so That's going to be cool hooking up with them on the World Wide Web. And they're 30 minutes from. What are you laughing at now, Jerry?
Oh, slow momentum. It said, when I talked about your Backstreet Boys, he goes, not a match for your Village People poster, Jerry.
MCA.
NCAA.
All right, so ladies, who did y'all have hanging on y'all wall?
What?
That might be a new question. What poster did you have on your wall as a teenager or preteen?
Oh,
George Michael,
Oh,
Wham.
that's sick.
That's before anybody knew he was.
Back
You
before
know.
what?
Yeah, that was back before.
Yeah,
Nobody knew him.
I had
Um,
David Lee Roth when he went solo.
Oh.
Brett Michaels. I like Brett Michaels.
So who'd you have, Gypsy?
oh, maybe Peter Frampton.
Well, that's not bad. So I'm not going to ask Jerry. We didn't know.
He had Gary and the Bear.
No, that's now.
I did since Nettie liked my niplet story so much. I did.
I'm waiting on Uncle Lisa to do artwork for John on that nipple story.
Man.
When I was about 15, I had that Farrah Fawcett poster. Of course, it was cool to have Christmas lights around your room. So I took two of the lights and I poked them through the niplets.
We just went somewhere none of us can forget. Mm.
You said you liked. Who did you like?
Oh man! Oh man!
No.
Oh.
Uh,
Wow. Well, I hope you had a good time tonight, Gypsy. It tickled us to death to have you on here.
I loved being here with you guys. It's so nice to, hang out this way with you guys instead of just lurking in the chat.
I appreciate you supporting the channel for this whole time. You've been a great supporter.
Me too. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
Well, my pleasure.
And I
all
love
you
your
guys.
art. I love everything that you do with your jewelry and your art.
Thank
Wonderful
you.
channel. Mm-hmm.
All right, we're getting down to about 2 minutes to go. Anybody got anything else? Jerry Holly, your head's hurting. What's wrong?
Oh no, it was just had a little itch here.
Yeah, you worried me there for a minute. You were stuttering.
Oh,
He's
I'm
flashing.
trying to find something real quick before we get off here.
You got about a minute. So I'm a little worried about Jerry's daughter's just gonna come down here and hunt me down because he has pictures of me in his new house and he don't have pictures of his kids.
I don't. None yet. The walls are bare.
The walls are bare with the Gary and the Bear.
Very bare.
Oh.
You gonna get it brought up, Jerry Holly?
I don't know. I'm trying. I can't. I'm not very fast, Gary. I'm not your two producers. Okay, I'm just a co-host.
Do we need to get Felix to get that for you?
I know what he's looking for. I know.
Do you?
Niplets. I know.
Now,
no
see
nip.
if John could come up with a fish on the niplet, that would be.
Lord, I'm really afraid to see what the next picture that's going to be floating through our community is.
I have no idea. I think what we should do, though, I think we should make that Farrah Fawcett Gary face on there, and we'll sell them, and then we'll
We're
put all
running
the
over.
money,
We gotta go.
put all the money in our
I
YouTube.
saved all this bed for life.
Okay, Aaron, I expect to see
My
that tomorrow.
computer wine out.
No, no,
I
no.
expect Wi-Fi next.
We gotta go. Love you guys. See y'all in the morning. We gotta get out of here. Rainey's gonna beat me. All right.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.